In May 2023, HPE ran a combine to identify potential competitive player recruits for EG's League of Legends program. The top players on the NA solo queue ladder were selected to participate for a chance to be invited to a bootcamp in Los Angeles.
My expectations for this event were to give a bunch of rookie players kind of a taste of what it's like to be full-time.
So my favorite experience about this combine has been, just seeing like what the lives of like academy players, LCS is, just being like in their like schedule, routine, just seeing all of that, scrims, like in person, like this is really fun stuff.
During the HP, I think, talking with like the guys like and screaming and just like studying the game, actually like trying to win the games are just more fun.
The HPE Futures Combine was a success. An ability to see what it's like to be in a professional esports facility and give them some hands-on feedback.
My favorite experience here so far would probably be like what's going on like in person. I think it's really exciting to see the scrim environment and like playing as a team.
This combine has been different from combines in the past because it's a lot more data-driven with the voice analyzer tool, and also we're tracking a lot more data.
Favorite experience is just playing with people in like the same area. I think it's really fun and I want to keep doing it.
My favorite course in the HPE Futures Combine was that we, as a team, have a time to stay together and eat with each other. And I think that's a good experience. You require team bonding.
During the HP, I think, talking with like the guys like and screaming and just like studying the game, I think that's my favorite thing.
Some of the best moments from the combine, even outside of the players learning the game, it would be when I would step out of the room and come back to it full of laughter. It was really nice seeing the players actually get to know each other and laugh and build some bonds that will last outside of the combine. Looks like they really got to know each other.
My personal goal was to work with a lot of rookies who haven't really played much competitive before. That's always been something that I've enjoyed. It's one of the things that really got me into coaching League of Legends. With HPE, we not only were allowed to bring the players in-house and work with them hands-on, we were also able to get pretty valuable data from their gameplay and how they work together and the selection process.
I think a combine like this is huge in uplifting our region's talent development. If we repeat doing things like this, and other teams take notice too, and at the end of the day, the players on the solo queue ladder take notice, it'll really uplift the region and have us take solo queue more seriously, and should make for a better solo queue environment for people to actually want to grind in.
Usually I look on my game, like I like to do a lot of damage on fights. That's why I play like stuff that do a lot of damage.
To evaluate my own gameplay performance, I usually look at my KDA. I try to not die too much, and I also look at the CS gap and between me and the jungler, knowing if I like took one of his camps.
The stats I look at would probably be like my vision as a support player.
The data point that I would look at is the damage to champions and KDA.
I like going off of CS. There's some games where I should be sacking more or having more CS.
I started playing League of Legends back in Season 3. My older cousin made me try the game.
I started playing on final of season 2. Because my brother used to play League and CS, etc. So sometimes he let me play on his PC.
I was 11 years old when I started playing.
On an average day right now, I mostly play in the range from like 6 hours to 8 hours.
On an average day, I usually play around 8 or more hours.
Now, my playstyle is really aggressive. That's why I play Driven. Like I like to kill a lot.
I would describe my playstyle as very aggressive because the champions that I like to play are assassins and melee champions.
I like to be like really merciless, like no mercy. If I'm winning the game, I want to make the enemy jungle like feel like he wants to Alt F4.
For my role, I play mostly like engaged champions right now, like Rakan, Thresh.
Mostly from a lane I play Twitch. Twitch is my favorite champion right now, besides Draven.
I play a lot of Cassante and Jace, I just follow meta.
One fun statistic from one of the players at the Combine was that Kachu averaged 1+ kills when he was outnumbered over the event, which is very unlikely to happen, but he managed to do it.
I'd say I'm an in-game shot caller. I like to make calls for the team.
I like to talk a lot, actually. I think I'm the most talkative in the team. I like to ask questions. I like to ask if my teammates can fight.
Because I haven't really played competitive, my comms are for sure not the best. I still have a lot to work on, but throughout the Combine, I really noticed my comms getting better and better.
Because playing like competitive is like different from playing solo queue, and I cannot just play for myself. I have to play for them.
Yeah, I learn more about like health outside a game. I also learn stuff in game, like having better comms.
We did use the voice comms tool at the bootcamp. Currently analyzing the data, it pointed out when players had gaps when they responded. That was some feedback that we could give them almost immediately. So that was a useful aspect of the tool.
There's a lot of things that as a coach you kind of get missed or muddied in the conversation of everyone talking all at once. So it'll really help us narrow down what a lot of people are saying or doing and give us some clarity without us having to pull a lot of extra legwork.
For the course of experience at HPE Combine, I have learned that it's really important to keep the same routine day to day.
I want to become a pro because I think it's really cool.
Mainly just, it's what I want to do.
Like show off my skills, win, of course.
I want to be a professional esports player because I've put so much time into League and I'm really passionate about it and I'm really competitive. I like to win.
Every player here has impressed me. Barrick has impressed me with direction that we've given him. He's improved a lot based on that. Kryra hasn't really played in really any competitive team before, and he's already a strong leader and knows a good bit about the game. Kachu has a pretty deep champ pool that I don't think a lot of other amateur mid laners do. Ninim, I definitely had the wrong impression about, that he's a very solo queue based player, and he's not just the flipper that he's made out to be. And Dombre is a lot more vocal and a lot more outgoing when he's in person, instead of just kind of the shy, reserved guy that we knew him to be online.
It's very important to have combines to identify talent, and it's very important to find ways to include players that you don't necessarily hear from in the community, that aren't necessarily active on Twitter.
I do think long term that this can help raise NA up and help the solo queue ladder be taken a little bit more seriously.
Thank you, HPE.
Thank you, HPE,
For having us.
For having us.
At the HPE Futures Combine.